You're early. You're way too early.
Oh well. That was short and sweet, wasn't it?
Go for it. We're going to be late, but it doesn't matter.
Well, if you're gonna, do it right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then good evening,
Afternoon, Lisa. And to the rest of the world, to the pip.
You're just stopping by, Lisa. Well, that's very kind, isn't it?
Oh, there we go. Right.
Hello, Mick.
Hello,
well,
Mick. And Zeb.
And Zeb, yes, good afternoon and good morning, wherever you may be watching this or whatever time you're watching this. Hello, Gary. Welcome along to the chat. Well, it has been quite an interesting week. And I went out for dinner on Friday. Had a really nice dinner.
Yes, I saw the belated post.
Yes. This was all right. Anyway, so while I've been gallivanting and doing lots of things going on in the background this week, starting to think about 2025 already. But 5,419 people have watched the channel this week, so well done, and 17 new subscribers.
Hello, welcome.
So, what have you been watching? So, 126 people watched Group A Battle Royale. So, well done. But not all 126 of you voted.
No, unfortunately. Come on.
And then at number 2, Richard and I's 10 disappointing follow-up singles, 159. That was a good, fun one. That was really enjoyed that. But at
as a lot of people pointed out, there were so many bands who came out with a brilliant first single, and then the follow-up was absolutely diabolical. Should never been released.
No,
anyway,
but number 1 is the bad songs. Every time I do a bad song, it's so fun. And we were slating off you two this week, and 252 people. I think I had a couple of people get a bit funny, but you can't help that. Top short last week. Van Halen's Fair Warning. 62. I was quite surprised, but it is a popular album amongst proper fans. So, in the last 28 days, 19,951 people thought, oh, we'll have a look at this. But 62 of you said, yeah, they must be good, so I'm going to subscribe.
That's
so thank
nice.
you very much.
Thank you.
So what have you been watching? Well, coming at number 3, 240 views. This when I did that thread for Richard S. Take 5 albums that define your collection. It's done very well, 240.
Yeah.
U2 in a second. Bad U2's at 252. I can tell you why he's barking. I haven't.
You not giving him it? Not the rabbit ear.
Yes, the rabbit ear. That's the last one.
Right. Hang on. If you were only giving it to him now, right, okay.
Don't get his tea late tonight.
True enough.
Yes, he was fast asleep. Yes. Pulsar saying hello to you, Rocky. But there's no good talking to him. He's feeding his belly. Yeah, where were we? Yeah, top one is Roger Waterstill with 294. Top short is still Rush, 2112, 717.
That's done rather well.
It has. That's a good album, isn't it? So since we started way back, hi
Evening,
Mike,
Mike.
we've now had 478,455 views.
Hey,
The 500,000 is getting closer and closer.
it is.
And we have now got a massive 2,148 subscribers. So, the biggest thing, how far away is Derek from Jethro?
I deliberately haven't looked this week.
Right.
Doing other stuff.
Jethro is still at number 3 on 4227.
Mm.
Derek is 4194.
Oh, he's fallen behind a bit because it was 19 last week.
Yes, and I think there's someone coming up on Derek's behind. Slade is still there. They've now gone over the 5,000 mark. They're 5,046. Status quo. They're fast approaching the 10,000. Yeah, they're 9,453. So not many views before that becomes another 10,000 viewed video. But well out in front on the shorts. It's still part 6 in your living room, which stands now at 15,325. People are still watching it.
Well, can't complain.
Can't complain. So what have I been listening to this week? Apart from the stuff that I've been listening to for other things that we do on the channel, we completed some as well. We've done the Olivia Tremor Control. There was only 2 or 3, which is pretty good. Yeah, the Twin Paradox, done them. The Winery Dogs, Air Supply's finished now, and Steeler's Wheel is done.
There's an interesting question for. Well, we'll keep that till you've done your bit.
Oh, God, don't ask me questions like that.
It's something you can think about while I'm doing my little bit.
Yeah. So what in progress? Well, I've been listening to my old mate Dell from Stray, and I've done 5 of the 12. Oyster. Now, this is a band I don't know much about, but boy, are they good.
Oh, sorry.
They're good old-fashioned heavy metal, and I like that. Pink Cream 69. I've listened to 5 of those. 10 years after, I've listened to 5. And we got a new one in the bunch, Mr. Jerry Rafferty. And I've listened to 3. The 3 that I own. My favorite 3 albums. They are my top 3 albums at the moment. So that's what I've been listening to.
Right. You will have had an email will have popped into your system. We've had a reply from a guest that you were.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, while you're doing Hatches and Matches and the dispatching, I will have a look.
Okay. Well, there's. Oh, crikey. Mean Metal Mike is after you, definitely. Okay, so Hatches, Matches, Dispatches. Luckily enough, with a bit of judicious editing, we've only got 4 dispatches this week. On the 11th, Kirill Marichkov, Bulgarian prog rock singer and bassist with the band Stratite. I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm not sure. On the 12th, Jack Master, a Scottish house DJ. He died in Ibiza, if I remember correctly. The 15th, Ollie Olsen, Australian post-punk multi-instrumentalist. He's been with a lot of bands. No, Whirly World, Max Q, Orchestra of Skin and Bone, Taipan Tiger Girls. He was also a film composer on the side. And yesterday, rather unfortunately, and the story is still developing, but Liam Payne, pop singer with One Direction, apparently, whether it was drink or drug induced, don't know. He was having a bit of a bad time in his hotel room and apparently fell off the balcony and has passed away. Rather
Very
unfortunate.
sad. Very sad.
Very sad, especially as apparently he'd been in recession, he'd been in and out of rehab and whatnot. He'd had problems, but it's still developing. They haven't given an actual cause of death as yet. Anyway, birthdays today. We've got 9. And I did look for more. There were a couple of really obscure ones. And I thought, no, people aren't going to know these people at all. So anyway, 52 today is Marshall Bruce Mathers III. We all know him as Eminem, American songwriter, rapper, music producer, and movie star. He was in 8. Remember, he was in 8 Mile. Never seen it.
No.
53 today is Chris Kirkpatrick. He's an American pop countertenor. We know him because he sings for NSYNC. 55 today is Wyclef Jean, Haitian American rapper, singer, songwriter, music producer. He was originally in the Fugees. 56 today is Ziggy, proper name David Marley, Jamaican Grammy Award-winning reggae performer with the Melody Makers. He's a philanthropist and he's the son of Bob. 57 today is René Dief, Algerian-Danish pop dance singer-songwriter with Aqua. Phil Lee, Gilgamesh, actor with Tori Cohen, with Michael Garrick, Henry Lowe, John Steve. Didn't see Phil's name mentioned. Thank you, Zeb. Where were we? René Dief, Alan West, American heavy metal guitarist with the bands Obituary and South Wicked. He's also 57. 66 today is Alan Jackson, American country music singer-songwriter. And then we have another bit of a jump. 82. You'll remember this young girl, Gary Puckett of Gary Puckett and the Union Gap.
Young girl, yeah.
I knew that would set him off. And 83 today, and I had to give him a bit of a prod to get this one. Alan Howard, British rock bassist, famously the original bass player with Brian Poole and the Tremolos. So happy birthday to all those. I will have a look, Zeb. I've a funny feeling. Bear with me just. Gilgamesh. Okay. I shall look to add them to the list. Anyway, matches. We've got 5 matches that occurred on this day. Back in 1707, the German composer Johann Sebastian Bach married for the first time. He married his cousin, Maria Barbara Bach. And then we jump forward a bit. 1968, jazz trumpeter Quincy Jones Jr. married his second wife, the actress Ulla Anderson. 1975, the Bee Gees, Maurice Gibb. He married his second wife, Yvonne Spenceley. 1982, American singer and actor Robert Goulet. He married for the 3rd time. This time he married his Macedonian business partner, manager, artist and writer Vera Novak. And in 2009, American musician Trent Reznor, he of 9 Inch Nails, married Filipino-American singer-songwriter Mariqueen Mandig. So there's your hatches, matches, and dispatches. Talking point today is girls' names. Songs, albums with a girl's name in the title, or it can be in the lyrics.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Gulai. Does he sing Gulai, Guli, 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 Guli?
No. Funny enough, I didn't recognise the name, but I recognised the picture whenever I saw him. So go and have a look later on, and you go, "Oh, him!" Believe it or not.
him, yes.
Yes. So
I don't think everyone, if you're not of a certain that you won't get tonight's lyric.
take a stroll outside. You find the issues there. I think I do know that one.
Yes. Anyway, shall we? We've got a choice now. Do we announce the two singles going through to the round of 16?
Bear with me just a sec while I do. Right, Gilgamesh is. No, he's still going through Swans.
No, Swans.
No, Swans is finished, I think.
Swans are finished, Zeb, and they're coming up next month.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Anyway, I can announce who will be doing the round of 16 draw.
Have you got? Having read the email, are you positive?
Sort of, yeah.
I mean, if he can, he will. But there are other things going on that
he may not. I'll be in touch, so we'll fit it around him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So we have got someone. We've got someone lined up. Wonderful. Someone that's been on the panel a few times. So yeah, we've got that. It's So do you want to do that first, or do you want to?
Well, it's 1:15. Yeah, I suppose we can do it.
Yes. So here we go. Drum roll.
Hang on. Wrong one. I want this one.
Are we having visual tonight? Are we having it visually or?
Yes, we're having it visual tonight. Because it comes up in graphical form, people can see. So I need to share that and go that and bob. As you can see, Bachman Turner Overdrive, 14 votes. Magnum on a Storyteller's Night, 6 votes. Grand Funk Railroad were 4 votes, and poor Wet Willie holding his lonesome with 1 vote. So Bachman, Turner, and Magnum are the ones who go through.
First 2 through. So well done to Charles. I think it was Norm, wasn't it?
I need to go back and check.
I'm sure it was Norm. And hard luck for Michael and Mick. Thank you for taking part as ever.
What I will do is while we're there, is let you have a look at this.
This is what's happening at the moment. It's all the square.
Everybody's had 2 votes. I think this could be one of the tightest groups.
Yeah, I mean, if this is tight next week, there will be a penalty shootout.
The pools panel will be sitting.
The pools panel will be sitting next week. That's right.
Anyway, so I can stop sharing that for the moment. We also need to. Yes, we do, Mike. We know who voted for Wet Willie. We do need to pick a couple of years.
We do.
So might as well, while I've got.
We'll do that now, and then we can do what's on next week.
Yes. So, as usual, I'm going to shuffle. Go shuffle.
Get me pen. Hold on.
Shuffle.
Also, get me pen.
Lots of shuffling.
I'll need a sip of beer as well. Oh dear.
It's all right. While you do that, I'm just going to keep shuffling.
Okay, I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so this is for the 14th of November.
And it'll be a UK top 10. What year will I have to have a look at?
Oh,
Oh, 1991.
1991. That's going to be fun.
That'll be fun.
Mm.
So the next one's for the 28th of November, which is the US.
Mhm. And ideally, we don't want
We're not going to get it.
20 years earlier, 1971.
There we go. So that's some top 10s for me to find out.
There we go.
I like doing them. It's because what I do, I find the page and I just scroll up. So even I don't know. I write down how many places. I have to look and see how many places they've gone up and down. And I do it very slowly, so it reveals the number one.
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite fun. Anyway, I think it's time to find out what we're doing next week.
Yes, so let's add that to the stage and we'll make it full screen. Off you go.
Okay, well, we finished Bob Dylan this week, didn't we?
Yes, you did.
Yes. And so what are we doing next? What's the next story? Well, will be revealed now. We are going to take a look at the extraordinary career of Mr. Frank Zappa. But we are going to start with the mothers of invention. And what a motley crew they look. Very fine musicians, but absolutely out there. Yeah, a bit of Frank Zappa, lots of Frank Zappa for the next few weeks. Looking forward to doing Frank Zappa. It's the first time I've actually...
It's going to take us up to around about Christmas.
The first time I've actually listened to everything by Frank Zappa as well. Yes. Perfect Side. Toughie, this is. Yeah, Freak Out is good. Tough one, this is. Fleetwood Mac's Rumours. I still haven't decided.
You know what? My answer to that would be don't buy the LP. Buy an 8-track. That way it continuously loops around. You don't have to choose.
Yes. So what's happening on Tuesday? Well, we've got a good little Tuesday. We've got
Evening Mark.
Mudcrutch, which actually was Tom Petty's first ever band, but they didn't record anything because half of them went off to form the Heartbreakers.
Mm-hmm.
2 albums and 2 very, very good albums. Next week's retro ranking, an absolute legend, Mr. David Essex. Yeah. That's what I'm going to pick my favourite songs. That was a toughie. Because I do like David Essex. I've seen him a couple of times as well at the Durham Gate. So next, it's obvious what we're doing on Wednesday. We've got part 2 of Todd. We're counting up to number 1. We've done part 1. And this is the proper stuff. The stuff that I did enjoy listening to. I did struggle with some of them in part 1. Then on Thursday, we got Battle Royale Group C, the punk and post-punk, which has got Ian Jury, Indie Blockheads, What a Waste. We've got Car Trouble, Adam in the Ants, Going Underground by The Jam, and Rise by PIL or Public Image Limited. So that's what we're going. Great producer, Chris Sangarides. Sadly Sangarides even. He produced some great metal albums. Sadly no longer with us, but he left us with a huge catalogue of great albums. Then we go through till Friday. And we're going to do a bit of jazz. We're going to look at the live albums of Weather Report. I've enjoyed listening to them. So when the post What the hell is that? And we've got a brand new album, and the first album from MC5, and I think it's 30 odd years. There's a few of the members.
Yes, it's something like that.
Yeah, Weather Report. Yes, Pulsar. We're doing Weather Report, and there's lots of guests on it. It comes out tomorrow, I think. Heavy lifting. Looking forward to that. But that's not the end next week, because on Sunday we're not doing a Saturday. We're doing a Sunday, because we've got Simon with us. And last time we did the 90s, we're going to crack at the 2000s, the songs that we think should have been number one. And as you see, Simon's holding this wonderful CD, which features the three Urbans.
Martin, keep that private, please. Not that sort of language. That is not going to be shown.
Oh,
sorry. Pair of unnecessary messages.
okay. So there we go. That's what's happening next week, folks.
So, right, okay. So we take that off. Take that off. There
No,
we
I will remove it from the studio.
go.
There we go. So next thing we need to do is, if that goes up, link, and we'll get some people up here.
Mm-hmm. You know what? We need some new blood. You know, we need the occasional American or Nordic person to come up. I'm looking at you, Zeb. And Gary and Mick. I mean, Zeb's given us so many rabbit holes. It'd be nice to come up.
Well, as you know, it was my birthday last week, so I treated. Yeah, I did treat myself.
Yeah, I know your birthday present from me hasn't arrived.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed about that.
I did speak to my post lady today, and she did say it does take a little while sometimes. She's going to look out for it now.
Good.
I went and brought myself that.
Hang on. Let's make it big. Let's make it big. Boom. There we go.
Yeah,
come the day, the lovely Judith.
The lovely Judith. This is a wonderful album. I have had so much fun listening to this. Brought back a lot of memories as well, because it was my mum's favourite album. Some great tracks on here. Come the Day is just wonderful. Island of Dreams. What a lovely song that is. The Last Thing on My Mind, All Over the World's on here. Red Rubber Ball. I do like that as well. And a bit of well.
Oh, I've just noticed a comment from Zeb. He's been trying to get into Weather Report. Heavy weather for him.
Yeah. Yes, and a good album. And then we've got Georgie Girl on here. A very nice version of Yesterday. I Wish You Could Be Here. Then we've got Turn, Turn, Turn. Birds. And a great version of that Louisiana Man's on here. The guys sing that. And Judith does a wonderful version of California Dreaming on here.
Yes, she does. Her voice lends to that. It's stunning.
And it is an original lot because it says Mono. Oh yes. And you can so many memories when I got out this album.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got a few paw prints that I need to get some stuff on that, but it plays lovely. They're not mine, but I'll tell you something. This weighs a ton.
Oh, it's the thick, heavy duty stuff, isn't it?
It's thick, heavy duty.
Yes, I'd forgotten.
So that was my birthday present to me. Oh, hello, Richard.
Okay.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. You said you'd pop on at some time. This is Richard's the guy that I did the thread for. But I'm not going to show the other two.
5. Why not?
Why not? Because I'm waiting for the person that actually sent them.
Oh, right. Okay, fair enough. Yes, that was a rather good thread. Thank you for popping that up, Richard.
Yeah,
it was enjoyable watching him. It was enjoyable watching him struggle.
Yes, yeah, and Richard, just as Mike says, we're enjoying your channel. We are very much enjoying your channel. So just waiting for Mike to come up, and I'll talk about what Mike. That's a nice surprise in the post. It's always nice having surprises in the post.
Well, nice surprises, yes. Other surprises, no.
It'll come. No, yes.
No, I'm thinking the surprise you don't want is the brown envelope with HMRC on it.
Well, I did have an envelope today for Rocky's insurance.
Oh God, yes, you were saying. Hello, Mike.
Good evening, Mike. So, I know I've spoken to you privately. We had a good chat, but thank you very much for these two wonderful albums. They just come in the post, and I recognise the handwriting.
All right.
So, what Mike sent me for my birthday are 2 more Steel-Eyed Span albums, and the first one is the wonderful Passful of Rogues. It's a fantastic cover.
Nice one.
And as Mike said, guess what else we get?
Ooh, all the lyrics.
Yeah, and this Mark is absolutely right. It plays perfectly, doesn't it? It's a lovely sounding record, and it's in absolute mint nick.
Yeah, really good.
And the other one I got was All Around My Hat, which has got some of my favourite tunes on here. Black Jack Davy, I love that. And I love Gamble Gold as well, and Some Waves tunes. I think this is a fab album.
Yeah.
And once again, we get I can sing along, and it's got instructions. I like that. Assembling instructions. You don't get that with anything these days.
Well, yeah, it's so you can see the front cover, sort of in correct perspective. That's what it is.
Yeah. But not on a Thursday night. I've really enjoyed listening to them, and I've loved listening to that Seekers album. It just brought back memories of playing that on my Danette record player.
I'm glad you like them. I mean, as I said to you, I was at Leeds Record Fair last Saturday, and they were there both together in the same bin. So there you go.
Fantastic.
Easy pickings, as they would say.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean I love the cover of Parcels of Rogues, because it's like a Victorian inside a Victorian lavatory, isn't it?
Yeah, the ceramic tiles.
Yeah. For those in America, some of our old toilets, and they're still today, they have got these wonderful tiles.
Yeah.
And the patterns. So
you still see it sometimes, don't you, in pubs?
Yeah, there's 1 or 2 pubs do it as well.
The old pubs, and down in London, some of the public lads have them as well.
Yeah, so a big shout out tonight for Richard S. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
In fact,
I mean,
I'd
that
add
thread,
him to the description.
that 5-album thread was, I thought was excellent.
Yeah. And Michael say that for me to do a thread, it's got to be good, hasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not that I'm just too busy doing other stuff. It's not I don't, I've got so much going on. But that one, it rang out at me. You've got to do this one.
Yeah.
I did shock a few people with my selections, though. I think.
Well, it's not easy, is it? It's not easy to pick just 5.
Yeah, it was very hard because my music tastes are so varied that I thought you've got to have some heavy metal. I've got to have some quad.
Yeah.
And then I just thought, let's go through the collection and find something that might shock people. And the Vienna album, An Art of Noise.
Yeah. I mean, Art of Noise. It didn't really surprise me because you do bang on about a fair amount. Yeah. So yeah. But for me, it started that there had to be a bit of prog in there. There had to be punk, and then after that, you start to think, what else is there? What really defines your collection and your collecting?
Yeah, because the stuff I wanted to show, I want, Dr. Feelgood, pub rock,
Yeah.
Okay, I remember that, or 10cc, which I'm seeing on Saturday. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet you're looking forward to that. That's
I am actually. Nice to see them. I've never seen 10cc.
Nor have I. But ever since, what was it? I mean, Rubber Bullets. No, Donna was the first single, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was, and from that moment, I was sort of hooked. I really, really like their early stuff.
Yeah, I remember Rubber Bullets, but the one that really got me was Good Morning Judge.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 5 or 6, but it was that guitar riff and that I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Well, that was Good Morning Judge was 77. I mean, you had so many in between. You had the Dean and I, Wall Street Shuffle, Silly Love, Life is a Minestrone, I'm Not in Love, Art for Art's Sake. I'm not going to mention a single because it's got a name in it. the things we do for love, and then you get Good Morning Judge.
Right, and then what is it? Dreadlock Holiday after that? Or is that quite a bit later?
People in Love. Wall Street Shuffle was re-released as a live. She was released again as a live version. Then Dreadlock Holiday, in 78.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this week, because I'm going to see them, I thought I'd extensively play what Lee got me from them.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant this CD is. And I found out there's some contractual thing that Rubber Bullets, they can't put it on the thing because it's a bit...
There's something about it. I'm not sure.
Is it written by...
Because Graham Goldman is involved. It's Godley, Krem, and Goldman are the three.
So it may be that fraction that...
I say, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who wrote most of it. And it sounds like Lol and Krem did most of the work on that.
Yeah.
So that may be the reason why it's not allowed.
Yeah. But,
I don't know. The fact that there's 3 names on it, somebody... I doubt it's Godley and Krem because they would take the glory if it was there. I have a funny feeling it's Graham Goldman.
I would have thought so, Dave. Yeah. But I think it's always a good idea, Ian. If you do sort of like reacquaint yourself with the songs of a band, just before you go and see them.
Evening, William.
Yeah, hello, William. Welcome.
Yeah. Hi, William.
And I'll put it in the thing as well. There we go.
I'm just looking at. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. That one, Richards. It's about 2,000 albums plus 1,400 CDs, and he had to pick 5 out of that lot.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
that's a hell of a narrowing down of a
Toffee.
Yeah,
That's approximately the size of my collection as well. Yeah.
So go through your collection. I mean, mine's not as big as that, but
Yeah.
but
it used to be an awful lot bigger.
It's expanding.
Yeah. Well, yeah, all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all the
Oh,
time.
this is it. Yeah. Anyway, it looks like Battle Royale is going to be a lot closer this week than last week.
Yes.
It was a runaway victory last week.
Yeah.
But for Magnum to come in second, that was a surprise.
It was down to the last 2 days. And
Right.
It was even Steven for second place, and then all of a sudden somebody voted for Magnum. And it waited,
right.
and I watched. And somebody waits literally until the last couple of hours and votes. So thank goodness, because it automatically closes, I don't have to sit up to midnight as you used to do.
Right.
Because it automatically closes. I can go to bed and wake up the next morning. Oh, so and so's won. And I was surprised that it ended up being 2 votes difference.
Yeah.
By Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Oh,
I thought Grand Funk Railroad would have done better than they did.
Maybe. I mean, I wasn't surprised that Bachman Turner Overdrive was, head and shoulders above the rest on that.
Let's rock.
Yeah, smashy and nice, isn't it?
Yeah. Exactly. Yes,
Put it
into overdrive.
Yeah.
As he said, what did he used to say? Do a lot of work for charity. Don't want to talk about it.
Charity.
And what was he? National Pipe Smoker of the Year, 1974.
Yeah.
I bet. What are they on about? Smashy and Nicey were characters developed by Harry Enfield and Paul Whitehouse. Smashy is loosely based on Alan Fluff Freeman. And I think Nicey is David Hamilton, would you say?
Yeah, probably.
A
little bit of quite literary.
Yeah. But yes, there was all the stuff, wasn't there? That they've been on Radio 1, and then they got the sack and ended up, was it Radio Quiet? They ended up on.
Yeah, Radio Quiet. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I mean, there's a sketch they did, the Doctor Who sketch, but it's Stan and Jack from on the buses.
Oh, right.
Paul Whitehouse got Bob Grant's laugh off to a T. And with the makeup and that, and the Bob had that crooked nose, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
And he was so good at it. He was so funny, as Bob Grant was. Yeah. Anyway, did you buy anything good at the record fair?
I did, but I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to do a video. Although I will show one album a bit later on when Michael comes. I'll show an album that I bought.
Yeah, I did. Obviously, I have spoken to Mike when he just let him know that they'd come and thank him. And I was telling him that I was watching on Discovery Channel Adam Rickman. He's a food critic from America. And he came over to Britain to look at traditional things, like he went to look for Yorkshire pudding. And he went to Leeds.
Yeah.
He actually went to the market where the record fair is. And lo and behold, he was sitting where the Three Stooges sit before they go off and look at the records for their bacon.
I've not watched it yet. I'll have to give it a watch.
Yeah, it's the first episode, so it's not how But
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't search for them.
you might find it interesting anyway because that's your neck of the woods.
Yeah, yeah. Well, exactly. Yeah, but I see there's been a bit of sporting controversy down in your neck of the woods, down in Northamptonshire.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? The World Championships.
I know.
The Conkers, yeah, the steel nut.
Yeah. Yeah, what? He's alleged to have got a stainless steel conker. That was it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one in his, but he was also responsible for. There's a barrel of conkers. You come out and you pick your conker and hand it over, and he drills through and puts the string through.
Yeah.
So he's responsible for doing that. So he can sort of judge what's the best one, what's more likely to win or whatever. But it's all chance. Well, a lot of it's chance. But then to have a steel nut in your pocket, coloured to look like a conker, so you can swap it out and go bang. Apparently, he had so many one-hit wins that he smashed the other conkers that people go, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, but they say he'd been trying to win the championship since about 1977, hadn't he? Yeah. So I suppose he was getting desperate. I mean, they say that they don't think he did cheat.
Well,
but who knows?
The way you used to do it, you used to put it in the oven.
Yeah, you bake them. Yeah,
you bake them. And when
if I remember correctly, you soak them in vinegar and then you bake them.
Yeah, that's what. And then my dad used to get his drill.
Yeah,
and used to put a real and a great little bit of string, and it was everything.
Yeah,
I mean, this time of year at school, now things are. They're not even allowed it now, are they?
No,
probably not. But I mean, I can remember, spending hours and hours. It becomes an obsession, doesn't it? This time of year when you're a kid, and everyone will know where the sort of chestnut trees are in the neighbourhood, and you go there and sort of like throw stuff up into the branches to try and dislodge the conkers, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there was a tree right near where we lived.
Yeah,
and it was a private field with the guy that owned it just didn't want people going in it.
Yeah.
So we used to just go in there and climb the trees. One of my mates, he was like he was like a monkey. Anything. And he would just literally go and pick them off.
Yeah.
You get him up, bloody blah, 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 blah. We used to call them sorts.
Yeah. But that added to the fun, though, I bet.
Yeah.
I think to say it was like you had the habit mainly was down south, scrumping, where you go in and you raid somebody's orchard. We had it over here. We just went and raided apples for Halloween, so you could go apple bobbing. Yeah. It was the same. It was the same thing. It was the thrill of hopping over the fence or over the wall, nipping in, nicking a couple, and getting out before he came out and caught you.
Yeah, exactly.
If you got caught, most people knew who you were, where you lived. They knew your mum and dad. The communities then were much more together. They weren't so isolated as they are now.
It's like we used to have a load of crab apples in our park. Crab apples.
Yeah.
So you'd go and pick nice ones to make crab apple jelly, which was absolutely wonderful. But the other thing we used to do is used to get quite a thick twig with our pen knives, right? Make a point on the stick, put an apple on it, and go. Having whites.
Yeah.
Crab apple fights, and you'd be covered in bruises.
Yeah.
Well, September time.
Yeah.
When they were right. Yeah. God, if you got a real right one, God, you'd leave marks. You'd go home, and the next morning you'd wake up and you'd be covered in bruises. but no one seemed to be bothered about it. Every kid on the estate used to go scavenging, and then it'd be like, you know, the old medieval battles.
Yeah.
You've got this big hill. You've got one gang on the top and the ones on the bottom, and the idea was the ones on the bottom to take the one on the top. I mean, it was not violent. It was just you split yourselves up. And we do it for hours.
What was that? What was that game you used to play? British Bulldog.
Oh yeah.
That that could get violent.
Yeah, that was violent, wasn't it? It was just a sort of it was a fight, sort of dressed up as a game, wasn't it?
Yeah. We used to play in the Scouts, and it was quite. Anyway, going back to the crap apple, we decided there was another way round. So about 6 of us.
Did a flanking maneuver.
We did a flanking maneuver, and we loaded up about 40 sticks with crab apples on. And then it was a relay. We went, okay, aim, fire. So that's cheating. And one of the dads come. He was there. A dad was there. That, you know, he said, no, that's called tactics. They outflanked you. Anyway, we're going off thing, but that was fun. Anyway, let's get back onto girls' names.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to show mine. I've got a real mixture here tonight.
I hate it when you say that, because I'm ready to corpse. I'll show you mine.
yeah. I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
Brother.
So are we ready to?
We're ready. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
And show us yours.
Okay. These are all mixtures, as I said. There's some in titles, some albums called it, and songs. So the first one comes off 1984's Perfect Strangers by Deep Purple. And there's a lyric in Knocking on Your Back Door, and it's actually the first lyrics. Sweet Lucy was a dancer, but none of us would chance that because she was a samurai. So Lucy, Purple, Perfect Strangers. And at that thing, I will go like that and go, hello, Michael, and then make myself big. Well, there we go.
Right, would you like to be big again?
I'd like to be big, yes. There we are.
There we are.
Another thing, yes, so Sweet Lucy was a dancer, right?
Okay, so Lucy.
My next one comes from Europe and the Final Countdown album. And there's a song on here I hate, but it's called Carrie. Not my favourite track, but there's a girl's name.
Yeah, it's my ex-wife's name.
Yeah. Okay, everyone's going to expect a Marillion song tonight, aren't they?
One in particular, yeah.
But guess
How
what?
disappointed would the rest of the world be if you didn't show it?
Yes, well, okay, it is on that, but that's not the one I'm going to talk about. It's actually the B-side. And the B-side is called Lady Nina.
It's a twofer. A twofer.
Oh, yes. 2 girls' names on one 12-inch single. So, I mean, Kaylee, yeah. There's a lot of girls called Kaylee.
Yes.
I wonder why. But Lady Nina is it's a bit different for them, and it's a really good song. Okay, my next one is the name of the album. And of course, she's from Detroit. Susie Quattro, of course. Her debut album. With 48 Cracks in Glycerine Queen, which I had as my favourite deep cut glam rock track. Great album.
Excellent. Yeah.
Great picture of Susie as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
popular with the boys.
I don't have any Susie Quattro albums, you know. I've got
Oh,
lots of
it'll be quite funny. This is not mine. I've borrowed it off Lee.
All right.
But
All right.
Lee said to put it in.
Yeah. Oh, that's a disqualification in my book.
Yes, it's not yours.
But I have got it. I've got it. I had it on CD.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Where's the CD? Want to see the cover?
It's on that.
That's not a CD.
Yeah. I've got rid of it, didn't I? Okay. Well, 1970.
I'd say that's a technical minus. So, yeah, go on.
Interesting. I don't remember which song had a woman's name on it. I really
It's
don't.
in the lyrics.
I know.
Which song is it? It's she's up in the
Parsley,
bedroom.
Sage, Rosemary, and Thyme.
No.
There's a secret.
No?
You're breaking my heart.
Ah, Cecilia.
Yes.
Making love in the afternoon up in my bedroom.
Ooh.
Yes. Okay. We're going to have status quo, of course. But guess what? We ain't going to have Caroline. Or even Claudie. Because we're going to go to the If You Can't Stand the Heat album. And the last track on side one is called Long-Legged Linda.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this cover. Opens up that way.
Yeah.
This is where this album's got brass on it.
It's got brass
Oh.
horns.
Wow.
Brass horn. Yeah. Okay, our next one comes to Mike Oldfield and his album Platinum. And there's a track on side 2 named after his sister, Sally. Sally. Yes. Our next one, Mike will know what one I'm going to choose. Is it the Beavis Frond or the Bevis Frond?
It's Bevis apparently, because that's what Dick Sullivan says. I don't know.
No.
I don't.
You don't know?
I don't know. I can't think.
Oh, I've got him here. It's on side 1, the second track.
Oh.
Debbie's
No.
new song for drums.
Oh.
What was that?
Debbie's new song for drums.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. Of course. Yeah. 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 The thing is, I mean, there's so many tracks on that album. That's my excuse anyway.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a double album, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fantastic album. I actually have this on this week, all the way through.
Good.
My next one,
Yes.
from Thin Lizzy, off the Black Rose album. And as you can see on the little sticky, featuring
Yeah.
Sarah, which is on the last track on side 1. And that was the band at the time. Phil Lynott, Scott Gorham, Brian Downey, and Mr. Gary Moore. And our last one tonight
Yes.
comes from Pink Floyd, off the Final Cut. And there's some lyrics. Get your filthy hands off my desert. I'm going to read these. It says, Galtieri took the Union Jack, and Maggie took a cruiser over lunch one day, apparently to make him give it back. Or you could have the lyrics on the post-war dream about Maggie. What have they done? And the Maggie we're talking about is Margaret Thatcher.
Yep.
Oh, Maggie, what have we done? So there we are. There is my little presentation.
Excellent.
Purely out of interest, I'll give you 2 minutes if you can find one more. because we're arguing over Susie being allowable because it's not your own album.
Oh, okay.
Go
Your
on.
2 minutes.
I'll give
I can get one
I'll
straight.
give So that's,
Well,
yeah, I thought that was a bit of a cheat.
Yeah.
Using somebody else's album. That's
absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, well,
House
you're in
rules.
charge, Dave.
Yeah, exactly. House rules.
crack the whip.
We're just guests.
Exactly.
Oh,
Yes.
I think Ian forgot to
Here we
mention.
go.
I hope it's good news.
Clocks change. Clocks
Oh.
change next weekend. Not
Okay.
not the weekend coming. The weekend after, the
Mhm.
26th, 27th. The times
Yeah,
for the live
well.
stream will be 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, and 4 a.m. Japan.
No, not really a change for me.
Just an hour.
Anyway,
early.
so before I show this
Right.
next one,
Yes.
apart from the record that's not arrived yet, I was talking to my post lady, who I get on with rather well.
Yes.
She concurred with what Simon said last week.
Good.
She said she will be looking out for it.
Good. Thank you. Good
Excellent.
news.
Good.
Yeah, so she's on the case. She's on the case. Anyway, my substitute
Right.
is on this album, Abacat.
Yes.
Oh, right. Go on.
And Sarah Jane. There you go.
So many Sarahs in this
Oh,
lot.
right. Okay. We'll give you
Me and
10.
Sarah Jane.
We'll give you 10 for you and 1 for Lee.
I just wanted to show that album because I think it's great.
Well done.
Yeah. Yeah, women's names are very popular amongst the Western artists. Because if this was we were talking hip hop, I doubt there'd be a lot of women's names in the titles of Western songs. Well, yeah.
In so long as it's in the lyrics, it's allowable. It's song title, album title, or in the lyrics. So long as you can quote the lyrics. So hip hop, yeah, I've heard. Would you class Eminem as being hip hop at times? I know he's a rapper, but I think he's done hip hop as well.
Also,
go on.
Yeah. Yes. I think you're probably asking the wrong people about that.
Anyone out there?
Yeah. I mean, he's covered a lot, but there have been lyrics. I've heard lyrics on the radio, and I've heard different girls' names and stuff by him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people sing about Mary Jane.
A certain lady named Mary Jane. Good point.
Yes. Anyway. Have you progressed through your first coffee of the day, or shall we wait?
I'm sober and caffeinated, and I'm ready to present.
Right, because I know you've got visuals, because you let us know you've got visuals.
Yes, I've got visuals. I won't be talking out of my other side today as I did last week. I'm ready to go.
No.
Okay.
My first record. So we're talking ladies' names, right? Girls' names. And the first one that I'd like to show is from 1966. The only one that I own of hers, Judy Collins. And I'm going to tell you something.
Voice.
Stone Cold Fox, right there. Stone Cold Fox. Don't you think? Look at that sneer.
Yeah.
When a woman lifts up her little lip like that, what do you guys call it in your country? Is it a sneer? You probably have a particular.
Yeah, it's a sneer.
It's come to bed.
Huh?
Yeah.
One at a time.
It's come to bed eyes. It's called
No,
Jump Dead
it's the lip he's talking about. Not the he's talking about the lip, not the eyes. that's an upper crust sneer. Ugh.
Yeah.
And this has actually got two songs. Suzanne was written by Leonard Cohen, and it's
Yes.
also got Pirate Jenny by Bertolt Brecht. I didn't notice that, but the one I'm going to submit today is Suzanne. Beautiful song, beautiful record, great voice, and somebody stamped this. Oh, I doxed him. This is a guy. He's probably not longer with us, but let it go. Oh, uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sorry about that. So when a woman breaks up with a man, she writes a Dear John letter.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But when a man breaks up with a woman, he writes a Dear Jill letter. Dear Jill.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dear Jill.
Don't you just hate it when people write their names on album covers?
Yeah.
It definitely lowers the value 50 years later. You know what I mean? A record is potentially worth $100 is now worth $6. Is that the Judy with Hard Living? Hold a second. Let me see. Yes. Second track on side one.
Well spotted, Pulsar.
And
spotted.
Pulsar has spotted also Bloodwin.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, lovely,
That's
lovely
right.
Welsh name, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. I didn't know that was a female name. Really didn't.
Yes. Oh, God,
Yeah.
yeah. Bloodwin from the valleys.
Little Richard wrote many songs about women, although he was a gay man, and he wrote. There are a few on here. There is Lucille and Long Tall Sally, which is the cover track, and great artist. There's my deal, Little Richard. Mike, last week you mentioned the name of a male singer who you detest, and I didn't go back to the replay of the video. Do you remember who that was? Do you remember who it was?
I don't know. There's so many, Michael. Though. It was Van the Man, wasn't it? It was Van.
Van Morrison, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna show a singer. I'm gonna show a singer-songwriter, and I have a feeling that that the British people, and I'm sorry, somebody always says, that's not a nice thing to say, but I have to classify, right? I have to differentiate that the British people don't like, and that is Randy Newman. I have a feeling that you guys don't like Randy Newman.
I do.
Yeah. I mean,
I do in doses. In doses, but Randy's all right.
Yeah, don't really know much about him. I mean, he's someone who's sort of like, I know over the other side of the Atlantic, he's considered a sort of like, great sort of singer-songwriter. But he didn't really get a lot of attention over here.
Yeah, I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Probably because he wrote his lyrics were just so American. That's got to be it. They didn't cross over enough.
Yeah,
maybe he didn't
possibly.
write about love and heartache. Yeah. He's got two on here. Suzanne, the Leonard Cohen song, a very popular song that artist covered. Zeb says Peter Gable's a huge fan of Randy Newman.
Oh, right.
And Rosemary, which is also a spice. Rosemary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like this cover, it always is like looks like it would be a famous American photograph, but it's not. It's just by a regular schmo, Ed Thrasher. So maybe he did it in the manner of like Ralph
Looks like a garage sale.
What's that?
Looks like a garage sale.
It does. Yeah, it looks like a garage sale that's been
yeah.
What's the word? Staged. Okay. My next one is I've shown this once before, maybe twice before, 50 times before. Babs and Babs. Now, it's got great lyrics, Babs and Babs lay dreaming in a 4-poster bed, arm in arm, head to head. Babs and Babs. Babs said, "What you thinking?" She said, "Nothing. But I never do, because I leave it up to you." So it's two women, Babs and Babs. It's a great song. And actually, if you see the Robert Fripp guest on Daryl Hall, they do a great version of this, of Babs and Babs. You guys mentioned that once before. Daryl Hall,
Yeah.
Daryl's house.
Yes, I've seen that. It is a great
Yes,
version.
I know.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna delve into an area that's an artist who's so popular on this channel. One who gets mentioned all the time with a hint of disdain.
Oh dear, who could it be?
And the song is Marlene. And Iain, I have a feeling you're gonna be chewing through this record pretty soon. This double record.
Yes, I am.
Forced to make weighted measurements as to the likability of these tracks. And you might when you do that, you might remember that Michael said Marlene is a beautiful track, and it is. I think Marlene was one of the hits, as opposed to I Saw the Light and some other songs, but Marlene.
Yes, you'll find out how I feel about that on Wednesday.
I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And my comment on your video was very true. Although we disagree on the single best songs in some of those records, but man, those were dogs. I mean, embarrassing. Arena and horrible. But he produced a lot of work, and when you produce a lot of gold, you get a lot of garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, Cindy. Have you noticed that some of your friends have moved on? Some of your friends have moved on.
Yeah.
Cindy and Sedley.
Yeah.
Great lyrics. Next, Americans. A double record. Dog Bites Man. And the song is Sarah. From the smoky voice of Stevie Nicks. She recently made her reappearance on Saturday Night Live last week. And she sang, she got so many accolades.
No. Sorry, the reason I'm laughing is Iain and I were talking earlier.
Yes.
I have a cousin just outside Boston, and she sent me a link that apparently it was so well received, singing Lighthouse.
Yeah.
Apparently it went down an absolute bomb.
Oh,
very good.
Well, it is my favorite song on the record, and like Todd, there are quintessential Stevie Nicks songs, and Sarah's definitely a quintessential Stevie Nicks song. This song is the best song on the record, and when you hear it, it's you're like, if they wrote more songs like Sarah, they'd have another hit record. Oh yeah. But unfortunately, they didn't. It was a boondoggle. This record was a boondoggle, and so we have Sarah. Okay.
If I remember at the time, that was one of the most expensive records to be made.
Yes, over $1 million. What's his name? Lindsey Buckingham ate up all of the executives' year-end bonuses. They got no bonuses because the sales were not good. So they got nothing. Seems a lot of bands and artists have done a set. You're right, Richard. Yeah. Absolutely right. And they've also done Susie songs. Hello, Susie. Oops, cover up that.
That's a great album, Michael.
Those kids in the 70s, they were so paranoid about people stealing their records at parties. They got out big Sharpie pens and wrote their names on it. That's mine.
I know. It's when you take the parties.
They grew up to be cranky old men who go on YouTube and show the same records.
You know what? I'd leave it on there. Out them.
I'm going to. Well, I tried with some nail polish remover. And the last record, and I don't believe I've showed this. Maybe I've showed this once or twice, but Paul McCartney. La 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 la, lovely Linda.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With the lovely flowers in your hair. Yeah.
No, don't
Linda.
don't give up the daytime job.
Linda Eastman, heir to the Eastman fortune.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Photographer,
Kodak
rest in
Eastman.
peace. Inventor of the mullet. She invented the mullet. Did you know that? She and Paul wore the mullet in those years.
That's right,
and, she
That's not a bad
revolutionized. They revolutionized. It is not a bad rap. It was
Maybe-
recorded in New York
Maybe
City.
on a
Did you know
maze.
that?
One of my favourite.
Oh, no.
Favourite
Oh, yeah.
McCartney's.
Oh dear.
Oh, son.
Maybe on a
Oh,
maze. Oh.
Why? Who is this?
Excellent. Well, we'll all be watching that, Richard.
Yeah, because we'll probably all do it.
What's he responding to? Was he insulted?
It was Simon who said he's got the bug.
Yeah, no, Ram was recorded in New York. This was recorded at his home studio. Where was his home studio when he left the Beatles? Do we know? He had the lovely family shots. The lovely family shots. It's a beautiful record. Yeah, maybe I'm amazed. Was it
There wasn't one in Buckinghamshire, and then there was one up near the borders.
Is that the album he made in secret?
I think so, because it just kind of came out, with very little fanfare.
Yeah, it was done in his basement.
Yeah,
It's his first solo record.
Yeah, he was recording that while he was still with the Beatles, apparently.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he didn't know anyone.
It's a Japanese copy. Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, there was. A lot of my records are Japanese copies, but the Obies were ripped off because when the young Japanese boys back in the '60s did not want the Obi because they wanted the records to look more American, which is why there's so many Western records in Japan, because that's what the Japanese bought. While today the Americans covet the Japanese records with the Obi, and that's an interesting fact.
And there it was his house in St. John's Wood.
Yeah. Oh, are you done?
Yes. Oh,
well,
thank you, thank you.
That's some good name choices there.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yes, and we kept it clean. It wasn't like we didn't bring up like girls that we used to go out with or date or our exes or anything like that.
No, there's a fall down there. Iain brought up my ex.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that, because my wife's name appears in lots and lots of songs, but it's not in my 10 today.
Right.
All right.
Okay. So shall we put you up?
Yes, put him up.
Yeah. Okay. Bing. There he goes.
Right. Okay, folks. Yeah. It's all singles this week.
Okay.
So I'll show you the first three, because I don't think you'd get them in a million years, and then after that, I'll see if you can guess what the tune is. But the first one, guy called Anthony Moore, and this is called Judy, and it's a song about a prostitute.
Mm-hmm.
And Anthony Moore, and he was calling himself just A Moore in this on this single, but it's very much a sort of post-punk record. But Anthony Moore was in the sort of avant-garde band Henry Cow.
Oh,
so it's a complete departure for him.
From the very beginning, he was with Henry Cow. From
he was there at the beginning, I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And so this is called Judy.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, the B-side is called Lucia, which is a rather posh girl's name, isn't it?
Yeah, rather posh. I like the graphics on that. The way they divided up the name, so you had to put it together.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, next off, this is 2018, but it's from a punk band that were there right at the beginning. And it's Johnny Moped. Johnny Moped, they're probably best known for a song called Incendiary Device. And they did one brilliant album called Psychedelic. But this is called Hey Belinda. And it's on the Brilliant Damaged Goods label, which is a really good sort of contemporary punk label. And you see the B-side is Hiawatha, which of course is also a girl's name, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So
We have
there
a
you go.
correction. We have a question from Zeb for you. Do you see that, or should I read it to you?
Anthony
Was he
Moore
from
from
Slap
Slap
Happy?
Happy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
contributed
the
on-
man. Yeah. Well, was he only on the third album? I thought. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Yes, he was definitely in Henry Cow, but that's the Anthony Moore anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Vibrators next.
Judy says.
Judy says.
Knock you in the head.
We've had two Judys already.
Yeah.
Judy says, knock you in the head.
Mhm.
And they're good. Pure Mania is a really good track. It's the title track from their first album. So there you go. That's
Yeah, I've always liked that title.
Yeah.
Judy says, knock it on the head.
yeah. It's a good punk tune. Right. Okay. Right. The next one. See if you can guess what the song is. So this is Cockney Rebel.
Okay.
Mhm.
So who do you think the girl's name is? You've had a clue already.
Ethel.
No.
Julie.
Judy, yeah, Judy something.
Oh, crikey. Judy Teen.
Judy Teen, yeah. This is the this is Cockney Rebel. I think Cockney Rebel, that sort of era, that was Steve Harley at his best.
Mm.
But
Zeb has a reply for. Oh, sorry.
oh, so you can see that again.
He's on Henry Cow's third in Praise of Learning, but also on the Slap Happy Henry Cow Desperate Straits.
Oh, thanks for that, Zeb. Yeah, right. Yeah, I had a feeling that he was there from the beginning, but obviously not. So there you go. Right, the next, I won't tell you who the artist is, but I'll give you a clue. There's a very similarly named single by Half Man, Half Biscuit.
Oh, that's Betty Davis Eyes, King Carnes.
It is. There you go.
That's a fantastic song.
It is, isn't it? It's quite out there, I think, and it was it kind of caught the attention, didn't it? Because it was quite different.
Yeah, it got to number one in America.
Yeah. Lovely. Another one.
Not as good as Dickie Davis Eyes by Half Man, Half Biscuit.
Yes, Dickie Davis Eyes, yeah. Which is a very British joke, isn't it? Very British.
Yeah.
Right.
Why?
Dickie
Why?
Davies was a
Dickie Davies
sports
was
broadcaster.
Sports presenter on ITV in the 1970s.
I think this was explained to me once before. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, Dickie Davis Eyes. Right. Okay, next one. Single. So early 70s, and it's an instrumental.
Sylvia.
Yeah. Any idea?
Focus.
Band?
Focus.
Yeah.
I think it was Sylvia.
It's Sylvia, yeah. There you go. Yeah. So, rather strangely, with Focus, Sylvia and Hocus Pocus turned up in the charts at the same time. And I don't know why the record company did that.
A scheduling snafu?
Yeah. It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Right, this one. It's a bit sci-fi.
Mm.
American band.
Mm.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi. Devo?
1980s.
Stop believing.
Yeah, from Georgia.
Ah, the B-52s.
A B-52. So what's the song?
Planet Claire.
Yay!
Oh, well done.
Well done. Yeah, very good.
Planet Claire.
There's their cover of Downtown on the B side of this one. There's so many different copies of Planet Claire singles with different B sides and all sorts.
They milked it.
Right. Now, this one is a cover version by The Damned.
Eloise, woo! Eloise.
There you go. There you go. I like that cover.
I like that cover too. I like that nose. It's kind of like what Dolly used to do. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's excellent, isn't it?
Great cover.
Version than the original myself. Well, there you go.
Yeah. There we go. Right then. Band from the Midlands. I think it was Birmingham. 1980s. Female lead singer. No. The Photos. Then. What's the song? Yeah. What do you think?
The song's going round in my head, Mike, and I can't think of it.
Yeah. When she doesn't get away, she cries.
Yeah.
He's hoping somebody's going to get it.
No.
Louise?
Irene.
Oh, Irene. I was thinking Louise.
Right. Okay. You've got two guesses for the next one. Susie and the Banshees.
Okay.
Oh, crikey.
Dear Prudence.
No, it's the other one. Yeah. Oh, I'll put this up. The cover.
Oh, God.
Come on, you must know. You must know.
Oh,
Christine?
Strawberry Girl.
Christine?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So
that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
yeah, you should have got that. You should have got that, Ian.
I should have got that.
Anyway, that's my tempo. I just want to show you an 11th because it's a great song, everybody. It's Roxy Music, Virginia Plain. So, absolutely.
Yeah, there you go.
And it's not even your week.
No.
Yeah, I'll do it again that week as well. Yeah.
I know why Hocus Pocus came out the same week as Sylvia.
Oh, go on, tell us.
Because it had been released back in 71. The 72 release was a faster version. It was a non-album track.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they do. When they've done it live, they do a faster version of it. They've done it. I don't like it. It's too fast.
Mm.
Yeah, I prefer the original. Well done.
Oh, thank you very much, folks.
Yeah, nice choices. Intriguing choices as well.
Yeah, we had some good stuff today, didn't we?
Yes.
So we could have done with having Richard up. Richard would have aced. Would have aced both of those.
Yeah, he's not going to be around on Turkish for a little while.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I had one or two in reserve just in case Richard came up because I thought there was one or two there that I thought that he might choose if he came up. Yeah.
Go on. Let's have an extra bit.
All right then. So, right. Okay, so it's Beatles.
Right. There's an awful lot. You start with Michelle.
Single. Not Michelle, no. Not the one I chose.
Lady Madonna. Yeah.
Yep. All right. And Velvet Underground. Do you know this one? It was a single
Ooh.
in the UK.
Velvet.
Oh, crikey.
In fact, one of my favourite Velvet Underground tunes. Probably won't get it. It's Sweet Jane.
Sweet Jane, yes.
Oh, blimey.
Yeah.
Nice one. Nice one.
Yeah,
Right.
so-
One that well done, Zeb. One that Michael will probably get. Helen
Okay.
Reddy.
I Am Woman. Hear me roar.
Yeah, but it's another song with a girl's name.
I was never a big Helen Reddy fan, so
No,
I'm
no.
afraid.
Angie?
Yes.
This is the only thing I have by Helen Reddy.
And is it Angie, baby?
It's Angie, baby. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Ah. Oh,
Now,
I got that one.
Yes.
this is the last one, right?
Okay.
This is a single that was released by somebody really, really famous. And it was in response to having a couple of singles banned by the BBC.
Mm.
So he thought he'd release this because the BBC couldn't ban it.
Oh, it's was it Judge Dredd?
No, definitely not. Somebody really famous. It's his band actually, rather than him as an individual. One of the most famous people on the planet, basically.
No.
Right? Somebody was already mentioned today.
Irish?
Jesus.
Right. Come on. Paul McCartney, Wings.
Oh, the Irish. Yes.
That was banned. Give Island Back to the Irish was banned, and Hi 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 was also banned.
Really? Why?
Mary.
About drugs.
Mary.
So the BBC would only play the other side of it, Sea Moon. But then he released this as sort of like because he was getting a bit sarky about it.
Mary had a little lamb, isn't it?
It is. Mary had a little lamb, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There you go. So that's what I had in reserve, just in case.
Zeb was there. Zeb was there.
Great, though.
Yeah, releasing a song about a nursery rhyme, he wasn't going to go wrong, was he?
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know why they banned Hi Hi Hi, because it's a great song.
Well, because the BBC are sort of strange, aren't they? And if you got sort of DJs, people like Mike Reid, and they saw themselves as these sort of guardians of good taste, and decency. So Hi 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 was, meant to be about drugs, because there's a thing, isn't there, about the Doors and Light My Fire? Was it on the Ed Sullivan Show?
Yeah.
Yes.
When they were told to change the lyrics because Ed Sullivan didn't want them saying the word higher.
So what did Jim do? Go up to the camera and went, higher.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but Jasper Carrot got banned. His single got banned, didn't it? The A side.
Which one was that?
Magic Roundabout.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because that had a lot of sort of like comedy drug references in it, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
So Dougal said, piss off, and he did so all over Dylan. That's it. But they sold for the Monkey Moped.
Yeah.
Written by Jeff Lynne.
Yeah.
Of ELO.
All right.
Here you go. In the UK, the song was banned by the BBC for its sexually suggestive lyrical content.
Oh.
They assumed that the title phrase "we're going to get high, high, high" was a drug reference. Specific lyrics objected to is the apparent phrase "get you ready for my body gun."
Oh,
McCartney said the correct lyrics are "Get You Ready for My Polygon." An abstract image later said BBC got some of it wrong. If it's a bit of a dirty song, if sex is dirty and naughty, I was in a sensuous mood in Spain when I wrote it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those were the days, eh? Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
I mean,
Frankie Goes to Hollywood, famously.
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
banned.
Yeah, that was Mike Reid, and he got to number one, didn't he?
Yep.
Quite.
Yeah.
I can remember sitting on the beach at a bar in Tel Aviv whenever that came out, and it was on MTV non-stop. It was about every sixth song
Yeah,
was relaxed. You
that's
couldn't get
right.
away
Because
from
they shot an alternative video, didn't they?
it. Yeah.
That wasn't quite as sort of gay sex club, was it?
It was very not so sexually adventurous.
Yeah.
and explicit, yeah.
Suppression just doesn't work, does it?
No.
No, but then I think there was Mike Reid and I think Mary Whitehouse had a go at it as well. For
Yeah.
its visual content. One of the guardians of
Yeah, good taste and decency.
yes.
Yeah. Well, when I was at university, one of my mates sort of pranked Mike Reid in an absolutely brilliant way with Phil, because Mike Reid had the breakfast show at the time, and he used to do a quiz. So it was a phone-in quiz. If you got chosen, you had to answer sort of 3 questions or something, and then if you did, you got a prize, and the prize was so many quid's worth of record tokens, and also you'd get the Mike Reid Book of Pop, and he would shamelessly plug this book.
Yeah.
Anyway, sort of a friend of mine from university managed to get on that day, and he won the prize. And sort of Mike Reid says, "Oh, you've won, £10 worth of record tokens, and best of all, you've won the Mike Reid Book of Pop."
Mm-hmm.
And my mate said, "Well, thanks very much for the record tokens, Mike. That's absolutely brilliant." He said, "But I think you can give the book to charity."
Oh, that would have gone down like a lead balloon.
It went down really well in our flat. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the students would have loved it. Mike Reid would have.
Yeah.
As Simon said. Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
who's the other one that used to do that? Bruno
Brooks.
Bruno Brooks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Radio 1 show.
Yeah.
They used to go around. Oh God. I hated those.
Yeah. I used to like the Radio 1 show. Yeah, when they used to go around in the summer.
Yeah, the Radio 1 road shows. Yeah,
The road show. Early
Sorry.
70s. Sorry, what was that? I missed that.
Nothing.
All right.
It's lovely to see Dave on fine form tonight.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Dave was on good form last week as well, I thought.
He's having a good run at the moment, isn't he? Dave, you're a legend.
Yeah.
You are more than
Anyway.
welcome to watch.
Yes.
this.
Yes.
Yeah. There's something I've got to show you.
Okay.
I bought an album. Well, I bought a few albums and some singles at the Leeds Record Fair on Saturday. But I want to show you this one that I
Oh,
bought.
excellent. Now that's a repress.
Yeah.
Is it a gatefold?
It's a repress, yeah.
Is it a gatefold?
Yeah. It's
Let's see the inside.
it's not a gatefold. But
Does it have the liner notes?
insert with all the
Good.
all the stuff
good.
saying what you do if you don't like the image on the cover.
What do you? Let's see.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know if
Because-
that was that
That's
the
what
original.
Hold on a second. Let us bore you guys with some minutia.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's Only Love features a heavy brass sound, right? Two tenors. That's the one, right? He writes. Those are his cover notes. Yeah. Correct. He writes a little review of each song.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. It's funny.
Yeah.
His writing's very funny.
Yeah. It's good stuff. But
Yes.
I would have passed on that if
I know.
if it wasn't for the rabbit hole thing.
Yeah. It's his career is not really much of a career anymore. I think I saw something about him giving guitar lessons, or it's just
Right.
Yeah.
He must be getting on.
Yeah, he's in his 80s.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for doing that, because that was
My pleasure.
I never would have considered.
And you don't have a lot of blues in your collection, so hopefully when you have an inkling for the blues, you'll take it out and give it a spin.
Yeah. I'll do that. There's a few things I'm going for. It's quite a lot of reggae at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
There's so much of it.
Yeah, I know.
It's
yeah. I'm going to do what Nick suggests, and that is, a lot of this sort of original sort of reggae stuff is so expensive nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But there are absolutely loads of really brilliant compilations.
Yeah. That is smart.
Particularly ones that are sort of, specific to a particular record label. Particularly Trojan, I think. So that's what I'm thinking about.
And those are pretty inexpensive, I take it.
Yeah.
Compared to yeah.
Well, you saying that, Mark? That punk album you got me?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I went on Discogs looking at the singles on some of them.
Yeah.
And they are expensive.
It would cost you a fortune, wouldn't it, to get those singles?
Yeah, I can't remember. I mean, the one I'm in love with Margaret Thatcher, it was going for 50, 60 quid.
Yeah.
And you can understand, and I think Nick's right on that. If you want some of these songs, it's best to buy compilations. And that's what I'm looking. I look, like for punk, I'm looking at the compilations of punk songs, as well, because you've not got the original singles, but you've got them all in one place. I mean, that 3 album of them punk songs, it's got some of the finest, authentic, original punk songs on there that stuck back in the day. So they're great.
But a lot of the punks, though, Ian, and particularly some of the ones on that album, they didn't sort of go as far as an album. They might have been 2 or 3 singles. So you can't buy an album.
No, so it's just nice to have.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my mate's dad, who's into punk, and said about. I mean, he brought "I'm in Love with Margaret Thatcher." He's got the single, and I says, "You know how much it's worth?" He says, "Yeah, it doesn't come out."
Yeah.
He says it's. So he's got. I mean, when I showed him the album, he went, "Yeah, got that. Oh, got that. Bloody hell!" And he said, "This is a great album." He said, "I might go and get it myself because I don't have to then play any of my old stuff again."
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's that's the thing about it. But I mean, I've got some singles in my collection, and I'm absolutely amazed at what they go for nowadays. Because they're not necessarily all that good.
Right. It's the rarity.
They're not the best of the best, but they're rare. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you got it, Nick. Well done. Yeah. Actually, yeah. So presumably you're not coming up today, Nick.
I'll just put the link if he wants to come up.
Yeah, because there's something I want to ask Nick, but I can't ask him on a live stream.
Okay.
Yeah. I know it sounds a bit cryptic, but it's not. Just something I'm a bit. I just want to know if he knows more. That was all about something. Anyway,
It's not the phone number of that Leeds lady.
Oh yeah. Well,
But you know about the price. Just real quick.
All the Leeds grannies were sort of coming up to me last Saturday and saying, "Where's your mate? You know, we've been waiting for him."
Iain, quite the.
No, not me.
No.
It's Nick. Nick's the stud muffin. I tell you.
Ah, they like the rough look, the rough.
Yeah.
Anyway, Michael, commiserations on Wet Willie, the only person that voted for Wet Willie.
Yes.
I know.
We guessed.
But now you're out, you'll be able to do a draw for the later rounds.
What about the motor song? Has that been?
No, I think that stands a good chance.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
How is the voting going at the moment?
I can show you.
Still close.
Oh yes. 3, 2, 2, 2.
Oh,
hey, so Gary's straight ahead.
Nick's ahead.
Yeah.
Nick's ahead by a bumper.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the link up in the chat again. So if you haven't voted,
yes,
go have a vote.
Yes.
Because, support these guys.
10 votes. What was that for? What was that vote for? Let's just come up.
What was the one just gone up?
Yeah, one just.
Kate Bush has had one.
Yeah.
She has.
Mm-hmm. There we go. So the link should be. Yeah, there we go. The link's in the chat as well.
Things are starting to move now. There we go.
There we go.
Remember Halloween night day, we have got the group of day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which includes, if I off the top of my head, I think it's got those Rolling Stones, Deep Purple, The Who, and Nirvana.
Wow. Yeah. Sure.
Let's see. Deep Purple, Nirvana. Yes. Black Knight, Smells Like Teen Spirit, Won't Get Fooled Again, and Satisfaction.
We've got a good one next week, though, with yours, Mike, haven't we? What a waste.
Adam and the Ants, Car Trouble, Public Image, Rise, The Jam going underground.
It's going underground, doesn't it? Yeah.
Personally, I think it'll be Ian Jury and The Jam.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Yes, it is real time. It's real time voting.
Yeah.
It just changed.
Yeah. It's changed again.
Oh,
it has changed again. Come on, show me. There we go. We want that. And we want that. It's now 4-4.
4.
4.
Well, that's it.
And no candles.
No candle.
Hi, Simon.
Simon.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, good.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So where's Michael?
Where's me?
Oh,
Yeah, hello.
Hello. I don't know what happened there, mate.
I don't know.
Yeah, so what have you voted yet, Simon?
I haven't yet. No, I haven't.
There's some good songs in there, aren't there, this week?
I'll have to take a look.
Yeah.
Is it on the same website as it was?
Yeah, just go.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
follow the
yeah.
link.
There's a link in the chat.
There's a link in the community, and there's a link on the video.
There you
All
go.
right,
It's
I'll
back
have
in chat. It's back in the chat again.
I haven't got any records to show today. I'm not prepared for anything.
That's all right. You're here, and that's the main thing.
That's
So
it.
you were going to do Mud Crutch this week, Simon. Are you looking forward to that?
Mud Crutch?
Yeah.
Why'd you say that?
What's that? What's Mud Crutch?
It's Tom Petty's first ever band, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ranking the two albums. Well, there's two.
Oh,
See, I thought you said, "Oh, I'm going to do it."
No.
You're going to do it, right? With you.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Yeah,
band that he bought, his very first band, they didn't make an album and took
Well,
him-
you can compare the two together.
Yeah, I'm gonna think it's hard though because they're both good.
Yeah.
Ian,
Yeah.
every minute of your life, every minute of your day is spent on the hard decisions. Like, down, like a little bit more than this. This one, not so much.
It's a lot
Song
easier.
after song. I can bet it's not easy. Can bet.
It can sometimes be very hard, especially when you get, like in this case, it's two albums and there's not much between the songs at all.
Right.
They're all of high quality.
What would you
Yeah.
say is the best song? I would say "Scare Easy." But what do you think?
I tend to agree with you there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ian, how many? So every song with so much ranking that you do, typically, how many listens does a single song get when you're really deep in the throes? Does it depend? Because sometimes it's deceiving, right? A first listen.
Yeah, I always listen to them all once, and when I'm listening to them, I sort of make a little note.
Mm-hmm.
And if when it comes down to putting them in order, I sort of write it down and pencil it in, and then I think, I need to go back and look. And that's when I look at some of the notes to see which songs I really need to listen to put which album gets above the other. And if I like a song more than one on another album, that's how it eventually defines where they end up in the ranking. I've got this really easy thing I use, how to rank the albums. Normally it's when the tracks first come on. If it impacts me straight away, although I know these songs, the ones that I do know, if it impacts me, say like a band like the Swans, I don't know any of their stuff. The songs that impact me within the first 40 seconds, that's how I go, yeah, okay, this is okay. And then you listen to it again. And then when I do sort of get everything ready for it, I go through each song and I keep just randomly putting it on different parts. That's how I do it. And as long as I'm doing that bit, that's when I get the mark from. How many, it depends how many songs I like on an album. If I don't like any of them, that's why he gets a big fat zero. One or two. So that's how the Todd ended up. But I did like, believe it or not, his with a twist, his songs with the bossa nova. I thought that was very, very clever.
Yeah. Not a favorite of mine, but no,
No,
I can see that. Though.
Yeah, and the other one I did quite like in places was the a cappella album he did. He got doing drum machines with voices.
You remember the name of the record? You don't.
A cappella, the one with that hideous face mask cover on it.
Oh, so you did like a cappella.
Yeah, I in the end, when I first heard it, I thought this is tried. But I listened to it under the headphones. One night I just sat and listened to it under the headphones. And I was just picking out little bits and going, that's clever. That's clever. And then he got this like a drum machine, and it was someone going, and you've got to, and that's where I started to really appreciate Todd's as a producer and an engineer.
Right.
The man that he is, you can't knock him for what he knows what he wants. I mean, there are shockers on some of them albums, I must admit.
Clunkers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Going back to Mudcrutch, Ian,
yeah,
there was a handful of singles which were released on 7-inch vinyl before they became the Heartbreakers.
Yeah,
but they're very rare and not easy to find.
Not even easy to listen to.
No.
I thought I was going to do like a bubbling under thing with them, but I can't even find anything to listen to. So
no, there isn't anything apart from them two much later albums, which kind of like was the band revisited, wasn't it? Really, years later.
Yeah. And it's quite ironic that how he started is how he finished. Because after 2 come out, within months he was dead.
Yeah, it was 2016 he died, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he started off in Mudcrutch. Half of them went off and became the Heartbreakers. Then they reformed Mudcrutch, made 2 good albums, and then he passed away. And that's quite fitting, I think, for Tom.
Yeah, true.
7 years ago, and 7 years and 10 days. October 2nd, 2017.
I remember that day. Shocked. I'm sure you was as well, weren't you, Simon?
I didn't start getting into him until a little bit after his death.
Oh.
Yeah.
And you've really deep dove into his stuff because you have so much of it. Wow.
I did, yeah, in quite a quick amount of time, really. Yeah. So I was kind of late to the party.
But you're a big fan now. That's the main thing. Keeping the music.
I only regret I didn't come across his music when I was younger, because I would have loved it and appreciated it probably more then than later on. But still, never mind.
Right, talking of not Mudcrutch or anything.
Richard says, I keep saying I'm checking out the Mudcrutch stuff. It hasn't happened yet.
Well, I think it's time to bring up a certain thing. It's Nibs, who's fast asleep somewhere tonight. I don't even know where he is tonight. He's been very good tonight.
Yeah, he's been dead quiet tonight. And I use the term advisedly.
Yeah.
All right,
So here we go.
Let's pop it up there.
So it could be Corkers or Clunkers. Favourite covers, wishful thinking, instruments. I feel like I'm doing Jeopardy here. Fish's Gap.
I'd like to buy a vowel.
The Holy Trinity. Boats, trains, and planes. But when I think of Jeopardy, I think of the Saturday Night Live version.
Could you add?
Yeah.
Oh,
right.
Fish's Gap.
Okay.
This is. I mean, Michael, this has been really on your mind, hasn't it? What it actually means.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fish's Gap.
It refers to a certain weatherman called Michael Fish.
Okay.
Who said here in 1987, we're not going to have a hurricane.
and properly we did.
And properly did. So next week is songs or albums that mention weather. So it can be snow, sun, or the stormy weather, lyrics. So yes, it's all about
half of every Beach Boys song then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And may I ask? There must have been my memo must have gotten lost. But Can you add breakup songs to the Wheel of Fortune for another
I will.
future spin? Thank you.
Yes. It's a nice one.
Ooh.
Yes.
God, that would require a bit of thought, Michael.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I saw that category, is gaff, I thought it was something to do with the lead singer of Marillion's House.
No, it's just me trying to be doing a trip on songs about the weather.
Sorry, Michael.
That's
A
right.
gaff. A gaff is slang
It's a mistake.
for
It's a
somebody's
mistake.
home. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
There's that, or else it's the hook that's used to bring in fish.
yes.
So-
It's time to show a record or something.
Yes. Let me give one out.
Mhm.
And I think I know what I'm going to show because I had it this week. I
Okay.
think
I think I should show the toilet.
I've actually have found a record.
Oh, he has found a record. Knock it on the head.
Can I show this one?
Yes. Oh, most definitely.
Yes. The
3,
cars.
2, 1. There you go. Nicely done.
Thank
And
you very
we
much.
got a trip. We got a triptych from Mike.
Yeah. So once again, thank you very much, and thank you very much. The first appearance in the gallery from Richard. It's lovely to see.
Yes.
We need to see you up actually on the panel. I mean, this is a man that's done a live stream, so it's not like he's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Richard officially broke his live stream cherry the other day.
Judge
Something-
Dredd released a charity single
But
called
something
Molly.
weird is going on. Something weird is going on because that comment's now been retracted,
What?
as well as Nick's other comments. Have you noticed that on the?
No.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Yes, his message retracted.
Too-
Yeah,
too
and his previous bit as well.
Well, maybe he decided to retract it himself.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, on StreamYard, we can see them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, let's not jump to conspiracies, shall we?
It's the
Please.
BBC. It's the BBC.
Yeah. Yeah.
Before we go,
Yeah.
Everybody's on their best behavior.
Yeah. Yeah. I know. It's the deep state strikes again.
are you live tomorrow, Simon? That's
Yeah, I should be. Yeah, all being well. Yep.
yeah. I'll be returning this week because I'll be at home, not eating Vietnamese food, which was very nice. But I am going out Saturday, of course, to see 10cc.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'll report back to you next week how good they were. So once again, thank you very much for everybody in the gallery. Thank you for Dave, the pickup artist, for his wonderful jokes as ever.
It's been a giggle.
Man's a legend.
And thank you for William to coming in and being a good boy.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
And welcome to Richard, and hope we see you again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next week. Bye for now.
Bye.
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 Bye.